Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today on Deja Vu, it's going to be herO versus Snow. Bottom left, we've got herO. Bottom right, we have Snow. Nice magenta color today for Snow, liking it a lot. A yellow Zerg player, I love that for Zerg as well. So, two great colors, a good start to the replay. It's going to be a PVZ, a long macro PVZ for you on a Saturday, man. Yesterday was Halloween. Did you get a lot of trick-or-treaters? Let me know in the comments if you got a lot of trick-or-treaters compared to last year. I'm casting this before Halloween, so I'm not sure how many I get this year, but last year I got maybe, I don't know. Actually, I forgot I got a lot last year, maybe like 100, 150. We've got a kind of a fairly young neighborhood here with a lot of kids running around, and so makes a lot of sense. COVID murdered it, right? And then even the year after COVID, people are still like, I don't know. But now that we're into 2024, 2025, 2026 range, it seems like we're getting more trick-or-treaters out here. So that's nice. It's a fun night with trick-or-treaters coming by. You get to see all the kids' costumes and just, you know, good times. Overpool opening from herO. Has no idea where the Protoss is. And it's Snow, so we're going to take him seriously. Probably should do that, honestly, if you're playing against Snow. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to go hatch first against Snow at all. Although, go big or go home, right? Maybe I try like a 3 hatch before pool and hope that Snow doesn't scout me in time to stop it. And then I'm like, ah ha ha ha. And then I make as many hiders as I can, and then he just kills it with Storm and stuff, and then I'm a sad panda. But, you know, could be worse. Could get cannon rushed and killed by Snow. That could happen. Ooh, is he Nexus firsting? Snow! You absolute madman. And herO's scouting it too. Oh my gosh. It's a Nexus first from Snow and a PVZ. Quick, herO says. Expand yourself. Quick, get some Lings out. What's Snow going to do? It's a short rush distance. Lings are on the way. He's going to make more than the 1 pair. Oh, he did just make 1 pair. What? Okay, so this has to be a fast third then. If you're not going to make enough Lings to try to punish this Nexus first from Snow, then you had certainly better get a fast third. I mean, maybe even like a crazy fast 4th to make up for it, because Snow on 2 Nexus this fast is a monster, and you're gonna die, man. I really don't like this. I don't like that he made 1 pair of Lings and isn't getting a 3rd base. Ooh, he is getting a 3rd base. Okay, so he's getting a 3rd base. He made the pair of Lings to make it so that the probe couldn't stop the 3rd base from going down. Might be able to do it anyway, actually. Yeah, has to block the ramp a little bit, get the first hit off. Gosh, he's gonna block it. herO, no. herO's screwed, man. I guess. Oh, the probe let him get it down. The probe did not have to do that. See, now 2 Lings show up, and you're not getting through this wall, and the probe micro is good, and the cannon finishes up, and yeah, if you show up with like 8 Lings or something, oh, could have won this. Could have won this, man. Whatever. I mean, maybe not. Maybe if you do make more Lings, maybe it's just a waste. And you show up with the Lings and they die, and then you don't have a 3rd base, and then you're way behind. That's probably what he was thinking about. So anyway, Snow's doing great. He was delaying the 3rd base of herO a little bit. Blair's coming in. Overlord pops in, sees, okay, no Cybercore yet. No Cybercore here. No Cybercore here. A lot of probes. So the timing for Corsairs is going to be super late, or maybe it's not even going to be a Corsair play. The problem is, without Corsairs, Muta openings are way too strong. I'd like to see somebody come up with a build where you don't make Corsairs and the Mutas don't kind of automatically win. Metabolic Boost is on the way. Lair finishing up. Any sign of a Hydra Den? No. Production tab says no sign of a Hydra Den. Actually, Falcon, don't worry about it. Cool. So not going to be Hydras, probably going to be Aspire, probably going to be Mutas. herO's one of those players that likes Mutas that I sort of trust with Mutalisks. I wouldn't say I implicitly trust him. But yeah, there's the Stargate. There's the Cybercore. And Overlord is running for it. So, Lair, finish. Finish, 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 finish. Bam. And Spire timing is 4:38. Again, no Hydra Den. This is important stuff for Snow to scout. Is it Hydras? Is it Mutas? Because Hydra's cannon placement, much different than a Muta cannon placement. Muta cannon here. Hydra cannon here. Pretty big deal. Like, it seems pretty simple and not that big of a deal, but it's a huge deal, man. The number of times I've seen In ASL 20 in particular, where Zerg players hide their tech, and then the Protoss assumes it's mutas, puts cannons in their mineral lines, and then 40 Hydras show up and they die, is at least twice. So even at the highest levels of StarCraft, this happens. But in this situation, I think Snow's got it figured out. I think he scouted well enough. I mean, at this point, scouting ability is not particularly fantastic. You could probably run a Zealot into the main base if you really wanted to see what was going on, but he's got a +1 Corsair opening. It's working out for him. Whether or not he's risking it, I don't know. Love the macro hatch. Love the macro hatch here from herO, too. It's like the one thing you can do to make Falcon feel good about the Zerg's chances to win is make a couple of macro hatches. It's kind of crazy how few players do it consistently. So Corsair comes in, says, aha, I guessed right. It is a Spire with no Hydra Den. I'll find an Overlord to kill. Do you have the time? I don't know. Scourge are on the way. They don't take that long to build, sir. He's going to get it. But, man, this is so dangerous. Yes, he's going to get the Overlord and the Scourge. Wow, never mind. Scourge take way longer to build than I thought. They usually come out so fast when I'm playing, but okay. Huh, maybe it just seems faster because the game is moving faster when you're playing versus when you're watching a replay. I think everybody can agree with that, man. So, right, +1 Corsair shenaniganry. Scourge, yes. Mutalisks, no, which means we need a Hydra Den somewhere, and there it is. Third base Hydra Den. Upgrades for the Hydras coming in, an attack upgrade and a speed upgrade, too, for aggressive purposes. Scourge checking around, saying, yes, great. I don't see anything too crazy here, but yes. There's the Templar Archives. He does have a cannons. And we're just moving into the Hydra stage of this PvZ. So, we're going to see Dark Archons today. I don't know. RJB said it's a DEFCON 1 replay, so probably see a Dark Archon in here somewhere at some point. Maybe it's just some incredible Reaver control by Snow, which, I mean, that's one of the reasons I like to watch Snow is because of the Reaver control. Like ASL 20, I don't watch everything, but I definitely watch Snow, because I'm like, this guy's going to do something no one else can do with the Caterpillar boys. And that's fun. That's a reason to watch someone, right? And by this point, oh crap, when is the ASL final actually being played? By this point, you guys might know who has won ASL 20. Again, first time winner, either Soma or Snow would be a first time winner here. So I like that. I like seeing new blood get ASL championships. Hydra Ling pretty good here. There's a DT in the mix. And there was an Overlord, but not anymore. There's not. Sniping down the Overlord. herO knows that there is a DT down here. So he's going to wait for an Overlord before he engages. I love the early DT for that reason. You just lose. Nope. I think maybe one Scourge connection there, but no dead Corsairs. Chasing him out. Corsairs trying to find more kills. Hydra's being like, oh, no, absolutely not. Not something we're comfortable with. So Overlord speed helps a lot here. Psystorm helps against the Hydras a lot. So both players are doing things to help themselves win this game. New macro hatch. Dude, herO, let's go. Let's get that thing. And very classic. Zealots on the ground. Corsairs in the sky. Hydras have to prioritize their targeting. The DT gets into the third base. There's no Overlords here. There was one, but it got killed by the Corsairs. More Overlords trying to come in and desperately make it happen. That DT has 6 kills. He stopped all mining at the third base. What a sick play from Snow. Just bringing one DT in. Just one. That's all you gotta do is bring a DT in. Finds another Overlord to kill. Supply blocking herO. DT hides in a corner, but eventually will get killed. He's really buying as much time as possible, and third base is back to normal. Drones back on time from herO. It's always a little bit different, right? That engagement never really works the same every time, but that is one of the more effective attacks I've seen from a Protoss against a Zerg on the channel there. The DT getting in, stopping all that mining. The pull was really good, so we didn't lose too many drones during that attack. The supply block is brutal. Hydra count, hefty. Zealot, speed lots, good. Okay, one sunken, man. We're getting to the point of the game where there's not a single sunken here, but maybe there are enough Hydras. Another Overlord dies because there aren't quite enough Hydras to kill these Zealots fast enough to protect the Overlords. Snow is eating right now. Oh my gosh, 2 kills on that Corsair. Ah, this one's got 4. 4 kills on that Corsair. Not a sunken to behold. Not one to see anywhere on the map. Great. Well, let's see if that goes back to bite him. Look, the reason we don't see them is because there are games where the Zerg doesn't take really all that much damage, even without sunkens, and then their economy is insane because they didn't have to sacrifice drones to make static defense. And then they move out and they win handily, and you're like, okay, so that's why Zerg players don't like making static defense. Because if they can get away with it, it's so much easier to win. Their economy is so much bigger if they didn't have to spend 5 or 6 or 7 drones on sunkens, plus the extra minerals to upgrade from a creep to a sunken, man. They're not cheap. They're good, but they're not cheap, and that's how it should be. But then if you take too much damage, then you just sort of die, and you're like, boy, maybe I should have made some sunkens. Who knows? Are you seriously not defending these overlords at all? Not really. It's another supply block. Really trying to set up for a third base down here is Snow. The Hydra count's a little bit intimidating, obviously. Haven't seen any Psystorm yet. Corsair Ball intercepted by the Scourge. Oh, the jukes! Oh my gosh, Snow! How do you get away with that, man? How? Overlord down again. Another supply block. It's another one. Lurkers are out. That's nice. Saw those lurker eggs on the ramp earlier. That's always a solid move. Okay, 3 base to 3 base. I'm looking for herO to get a 3rd or 4th hatchery somewhere. 3rd, 4th base. He's got way more than 4 hatcheries right now. Getting up that ramp against Zealots in a high storm is pretty much impossible. High storm. It is high storm. It's High Templar storm. Ooh, drops though. Drops. All right, man, we're going for drops. Ooh, another connection. One of the Corsairs dies. Another one takes a hit, doesn't die. He's trying to drop in. The Corsairs like, but what if we killed all of these overlords before they unloaded? herO says, don't care. Ooh, he gets an overlord with lurkers in it. That's such a... No, that's another great... Okay. Did any lurkers make it to this fight? It's kind of a big deal. There are some lurkers in this fight. Okay. He probably should have just turned around and went home. That is a terrible drop. Snow knew it was coming. He had Corsairs in position. And now you're going to... Okay, target fire down a few probes. I'm fine with that. But I think that drop was intended to do a lot more damage. Yeah, a 1-kill Hydralisk inside your main base. Not exactly game-winning type stuff. Are we going for a 4th somewhere? This drone's on the move out, and yes, he's going to try to get up here to the top left and get a 4th base, but Snow, 3 bases. He's been on 3 base to 3 base against the Zerg for like 5 minutes now, it feels like, and there's just not... I don't know if herO can catch up. Oh, mute a tech switch. Okay, sure. He decides, you know what we're going to do? Mute a tech switch. We've killed enough of the Corsairs that they're not a problem anymore. And by that, I mean, are all the Corsairs dead? I heard a Scourge hit, but I didn't hear enough Scourge hits to where I think the Corsairs are dead. Okay, cool. The Corsairs are dead. It's time to go to Mutalisks. I'm on board. Let's go. Mutas here. No upgrade for them. We didn't get them upgrades because we didn't start the game with Mutas. This is a tech switch after the Corsairs died. It's a decision made based on game state. This was not Mutas to open with a Mutalisks. Okay, now the High Templar need to die. That's it. The Mutas, if they don't do anything but kill High Templar, it doesn't matter. Maybe die bombing into the main base would be pretty... He sees it. He sees extra cannons. He knows. This is like a drop, a fake drop. That's what it is. Fake drop. Muta's up north for some reason. Double expanding herO. Big fan of that. Another supply block on herO, by the way. That's like the 6th supply block of the game. Some of them have been really hefty as well. So the double expand. Love it. The fake drop. herO's definitely responding to it at least a little bit, but I don't know what... For what? I guess it kind of... I don't know. That was whatever. Yeah, Snow's out here anyway, so here come the Mutas. They're jumping on top of the High Templar. They get 1. They get 2. The Mutas are dying. The Dragoon shots are pretty good. Psystorm pretty good, but I think the High Templar count just got knocked down to 0. Here from Snow, running away from the Hydralisks. Again, without any Psystorm against +2 Hydras, you're going to have a really bad time. Lurkers can be good as well. This is the production, man. See all these Hydras coming out? All of them coming out. Mutalisk taking down a pylon on the right side. Snow getting a 4th base is going to be a lot harder without that pylon. It seems like a small thing, but it's actually a really big thing. Isn't it? It certainly is. New bases. Zealots see them, but can't do anything to shut them down. Maybe kill a couple drones, but not going to be able to shut the entire base down. Not with just 2 Zealots there. Given enough time, yeah, but they're not going to have that time. Snow says, I really need a 4th base. This is so much economy for herO. He's at 52 drones. He's going to be up to 60 very, very shortly. He's droning. He's splitting his economy between making drones, making overlords, making hydras, right? Splitting everything out. Yeah, these overlords, they could be dropper lords, man, at some point, but guess we're just sacrificing them to the gods. He gets a scout off at least, so he sees there is a base there. This is not a 3 base. Let's get a couple attack upgrades and go kill the Zerg play. It's a 4th base from Snow. He's trying to catch up economically, and herO's like, okay, I can drone them. Let's go. 4 drones at the same time. That's what I'm talking about. 4 drones, overlords because of the supply block. 7 lurkers in production at the same time is absolutely terrifying stuff for everyone. Nobody likes seeing that many lurkers. I guess if you're going mass battle cruiser, you're probably okay with it. It's just because lurkers are not very good in that situation. Anyway. 2-1 upgrades on the Dragoons. Mutas, like just sniping down Dragoons at this point. There's a High Templar back there you can get. There are 7 Mutalisks available. Lurker drop on top of a cannon? Oh, never mind. Just killed a ton of probes. Okay, well, that worked out fairly well. 42 to 57 workers. This is what I'm talking about. No Sunkens means a Zerg player that is free to make drones to get extra bases, get their economy rolling. He's trying to win this thing without a hive, which Falcon is extremely concerned about consistently. Just kidding, he's getting a hive. He doesn't have a hive at 17 minutes. It's late. Well, I don't know. He's got the double base at the top left. The Mutas sniping the High Templar have really helped. Although, my gosh, there are still 5 High Templar in this army, despite all the numbers that have died thus far. We've got a hive coming in. We saw that already. And this is a big Protoss army, man. 200, 170 supply. Psystorms galore. Protoss is at 3 armor and 1 attack. Lurkers are at 2-1 with an attack there instead of the Carapace upgrade being 2. Totally fine. High finishing in. Yeah, herO recognizes. So at this point, we definitely need the Plague. You're not going to win from this position. He's too smart to try from this spot, but also he's in the economic spot to do it. Oh, Lurkers burrow in. Psystorm immediately. That's a lot of dead Lurkers for almost nothing. Muta's shutting down this attempt of Snow at a 5th base up the right side. Gonna get a cancel or a kill on that. No problemo. Maybe not actually. Okay, it's gonna take a while, but maybe we're gonna get there anyway. Dude, the Psystorms in this location have been abrupt. High Templar does die. 4 Hydras, 3 Hydras die for it. Let's see if Snow cancels it. He's at 600 minerals, and is he gonna shoot up from 8 to like? He's trying to. Dude, why are you trying to save it? You're not gonna save it. You've lost a High Templar, and you're gonna lose the Nexus. I know there's a battle happening over there, but I really want to see if he cancels that. It looks like he did. Yeah, looks like a cancel at the very last second because Snow's just that good. Adrenal's on the way. Defilers are on the way. Snow says, "Hey, I haven't seen a Dark Swarm or a Plague yet at 19 minutes. This is a great PvZ." Nice snipe on the obs. Just trying to get the other one. No. Good micro. Shutting it down with those Dragoons. So pushing up. Pushing up slowly. Jumping in. He's just trying to win this thing without Dark Swarm or Plague against someone who has 3 High Templar with Kadarin Amulet upgrade. It's just not going to happen, man. Trying to sneak up the backside. Psystorm says, no, absolutely not. So Here's herO trying to stay alive against a tier 3 up the wazoo Protoss player with all the stuff he can possibly need to win this game except for Reavers. And he doesn't have Consume yet. He's got Adrenalings, which helps a lot. They've got a +1 attack too, which is also pretty nice. In that situation, this base got canceled, but he's rebuilding it. I'm not sure if hero's in a position to actually get over there and shut it down. The army's fallen back to defend that right side of the map for that very specific reason. herO might take the center here, which happens on Deja Vu sometimes. I never see Protoss do it, but Terran and Zerg really love doing it. 12 o'clock base coming in from herO. Lurker Hydra top of the ramp, hard to break with Zealots and Archons. There is a High Templar here, but just used a Storm in a position to not actually help him get up the ramp at all. So, Snow fantastically getting a 5th base up the right side at a 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock. A Mutalisk is scouting it to make sure it doesn't come up super fast. And again, as always, herO needs to make sure the map does not get split in half here, because that's how you lose against somebody as good as Snow. And someone who's playing Protoss. Still no +2 attack upgrade here from Snow. He's really heavy on the armor upgrades today, which is maybe a bit of a mistake when Plague starts coming in and your HP doesn't matter as much as the shields do. I don't know. Yeah, Archon comes up, dies, killed a Lurker or two, which is nice. Just waiting for a Plague, I guess. It's not done yet, so we're going to be waiting for a second here. But until that happens, herO's in a big spot of trouble. Just everything's so calm for Snow on his side of the map. He's rebuffing every attack herO throws at him. He's got the Psystorm. This is where things get bad. The sound of Consume across the way. The sound of Plague jumping on your dudes. If you can kill this 12 o'clock base, you're going to be all right long term. But that is just such a tall order. Okay, Dark Swarms are up. Charging in, trying to see what's going on here. Metasynaptic Node on the way here too. Defiler's going to have a lot more energy. There's an Obs parking around the 12 o'clock, see what's defending it. But more concerningly is this attack coming in from the left side. Defiler ready to go, ready to Plague this stuff. A Plague there would be really good, and there it is. Plague. Ooh. Catching Dragoons, catching Zealots, catching High Templar, all great targets. And the Zealots are sometimes okay inside Dark Swarm, depending on how many Lurkers are in there, but not with them in Plagued. They really don't want to fight in there whatsoever. This is an amazing Lurker position. Any reinforcements coming up this way? They're trying to flank from the south. They have to deal with a giant Lurker ball. And, you know, are you going to have an Obs ready to go with that when you come up that way? Sometimes you're not. You can even set up a Lurker trap here, too, where the Lurkers don't attack until the units are right on top of them. That could evaporate a lot of High Templar, which is a lot of this army is High Templar. Very squishy against those Lurks. So we have split the map in half. This is where the center comes into play. this is what herO's trying to do. Take the center. There's like, these are all 5,000 or 1,000, right? So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6,000 minerals, which means you're getting 6,000 minerals more than Snow is, which is not a whole base. It's not even close to a whole base. Mineral patches are 1,500, and there are, you know, 6 or 7 of them at these bases. Your expansions you're taking. So it's way more resources there. This is not good. I mean, you can Plague all you want, but Snow taking this top right base might be the death knell for our guy herO here. Can he win from this position against somebody as good as Snow? If Snow doesn't bust out Reavers and the Plague grinding is good for the next little while, then I think herO could pull it off, could make some really good trades, and win despite having half the map belong to the Protoss. This might be enough to put him over the edge. Looks like an attack into the natural base like crazy. This is a drop and a drop? Double storming the Lurks is big. Cracklings inside the Dark Swarm, also pretty great. And then the drop into the main base while you're distracting at the Nat. This one didn't get shut down. This one didn't get scouted early. Oh no, Tech's in trouble here. Though there is a robotic support bay, but it's gonna die. Yes, absolutely. Target that one, herO. Big time target of your attacks here. All these gates are going to die? Dude, dropping is so good. Templar Archives goes down. Got to replace that before we can make any more High Templar. The Citadel, you have to rebuild this Citadel to get the Templar Archives again. Stargate gonna die. Dude, if all these gates die, this is maybe the move that herO needed to win this game because he was in such a bad spot economically, and sometimes desperation breeds incredible play. Gate down, gate down. herO just incredibly crushing this whole thing. Snow can't get in here. The lurker spread is too good. The cracklings are too good. Pylon's getting sniped out. Depowering stuff that is here. Dude, finish off this one gateway. He does finish off the one gateway. That's massive. But dude, Snow is supply blocked. His main base is ravaged. He needs, in order to get back into High Templar, he needs to rebuild a Citadel of Adun. And then to make a Templar Archives. And then he can make more High Templar. herO's like, I just wiped out your main base, sir. I'm going to try to bait out some storms here. Wait, Reaver producing. I guess, did he start? Those Reavers feel like... Okay, did he rebuild the... He did. He's got a new Templar Archives up here. Fine. Does he ever support... He's got a support bay up here, too. Dude, never mind. Snow rebuilt his tech real fast when he recognized what was going on. Instead of, you know, really putting his attention into defending his base, which didn't go very well. He rebuilt his tech here in the top right-hand corner, and he's got High Templar, and he's got Reavers. He's fine. Dude, Snow is such a monster. That is such a killer play. Nice Plague, but what's the follow-up, herO? What's the follow-up? Nothing. Nothing at all. Trying to do another drop here in the top right base. That one gets sniffed out and stormed and Archon and tries to kill those Overlords. Almost kills a couple of them. 30 HP left on that big boy is not a lot for an Overlord. There's still Lings in this base. Dude, kill more of these gateways. Did he drop extra Lings in here, or what's going on with these guys? I think he forgot they were here. So they're going to die. That's fine. Reaver, High Templar, Cannon, Archon, Dragoon is such a hard shell to crack here. We know that. Breaking through here for the Zerg player is going to be incredibly difficult. Even if he Plagues, even if he Dark Swarms, this might be one of those games. Oh, yep, Spawn Broodling. There we go. That's what this game is all about. I was going to say we could see Guardians, but we could also see Queens. Sniping down those High Templar. Sniping down Zealots if you need to. Getting some work done. Too many High Templar at this base. Yeah, he was going to drop in there, but then too many High Templar at that base. They had infinite storms, effectively, to storm every Overlord as it was coming in to land. He's like, can we get the natural, maybe? It's a weird base to try to get at this stage of the game. Once again, distract, back into the main base. I love this from herO so much. Both players have pretty big banks. He's unloading. Everybody unloads. Every Hydra, every Lurker. More gates are gonna die. A Greater Spire is on the way. herO recognizes, okay, Snow is on even income to me right now. We're super late game at 27 minutes. We are gonna need something to crack this top right-hand side of the map. If we can't do it, we lose. So Guardians are desperate. Queens are desperate. They're not that good. Guardians are slow. They die to everything. But if they can get some kills on High Templar and maybe high ground some Archons and stuff, they can get the work done. They can pay for themselves. It's just tough. Okay, so every gate is dead. Gate number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 gates? 6 gates for Snow right now. Yeah, he's got 6 gates to produce off of. Not a lot of macro, not a lot of production available, but maybe not as much money left on the map anyway. Plagued up. Okay, Obs snipe. It was plagued. It's easier to do snipe, and the shuttle will be good, but it's too fast. It gets out of there, and it gets saved. More and more Reavers being added in here. Reavers late game when you don't have a lot of money are not good because you have to pay to replace those Scarabs. And it's just like Carriers, man. Carriers are not a very good late game map is mined out style unit. There come the Guardians. 9 Guardians in production. They don't have any upgrades, despite the number of Scourge and Mutalisks that have been built in this game. Unfortunately, the Guardians will have no attack or armor upgrades. Did he sack in some probes here? Did he make any queens? He's got to have some queens somewhere. He did research Spawn Broodling, but maybe he changed his mind and canceled it? Man, these are my favorite PvZs, where the Zerg is just trying to get in here Because he knows the longer this is happening, the worse it is for him. Nice plague. I think he's trying to bait out the Reavers to unload so he could plague them, but no, these Reavers remain unplagued, which is massive. Center base mining for herO. 12 o'clock still mining too. Getting on top of those Reavers and killing them is so much harder when they don't have a plague on them, it turns out. They're actually relatively tanky if you haven't thrown down the red goop on those dudes. 194 to 174 supply. herO's up. He's setting. He's trying to pre-split his Guardians. Again, 0-0 Guardians. Maelstrom's on the way. I thought we'd get Dark Archons in this game. Late game PvZ recommended by RJB. There are the queens. So this is getting up there with some of the greatest PvZs I've cast on the channel. There's a Jaedong versus Shuttle game from like 3 or 4 years ago that is very much like this, right? Protoss turtled up in the top right-hand bases. Zerg has everything else. Guardians come out. Queens come out. It's a desperate play. And look at this. Sniping a High Templar. Bam! 2 High Templar die. That's so nice. Snow can replace them, but it takes a while to generate energy. And a High Templar with 1 storm is not nearly as scary as one with 3 storms, which is what he was going after there. Reavers working their way. There you go. Spawn Brutaling the High Templar at this base, so it's easier to kill with your Hydras and your Lings. It's so cool. Oh, man, herO. Why don't more Zerg players do this? Because it's desperation stuff is why. Because it's hard to do. Man, storms are endless. Look how many storms. Not even enough to save the Nexus. Not that it really matters. Reavers cannot be Spawn Broodling because they're robotic. Neither can Archons. Reaver dies. Trying to spree split off these Guardians. Storm them. Yes, they're so unmaneuverable. So hard to get out there. Making Dark Archons inside that top right base to Maelstrom and storm these guys down. They are desperately microing to save themselves from the storms, but it's so hard. It is so hard to do. Oh, they all die, and then these ones are all... Okay, well, yeah, see? See? Even if you're herO, you can't adequately micro your Guardians to keep them alive against infinite storms that Protoss has. Because they can cast 3 storms with 1 High Templar with energy. Insane stuff. And he's like, well, I have 0 kills. Might as well kill me. Man, Guardians suck. They're so bad. They're so bad. Mind control's on the way. That's what kind of game we're playing today. Okay, well, these guys get stormed as well. And die. Okay, well. You'd think tier 3 anything would be awesome, but nope. Not Guardians, not at all. Battle Cruisers are better than Guardians, and that's saying a lot. Dude, the Psy Storm Reaver into the Hydras is huge. He drops in the top right while distracting at the natural base again. This has been herO's go-to move today. Oh, sniping out the Dark Archons before they can mind control anything, before they can Maelstrom anything too. There's not a lot of Zerg left here, but it's enough to be fairly annoying to clean out. High Templar survives. High Templar survives. There, just kidding. He hunted it down with that Hydra and took it out in the long run. Lurkers causing problem. They don't kill buildings very quickly. Hydras do, but there's only 3 of them here. They've got 3-3 and everything, but maybe pushing... Wow, everybody's going into the main base. Attack here. Yes! Yes! herO! Getting in, sniping a High Templar before we can get his storm off. Maelstrom time. Maelstrom's time on the Lings. Maelstrom on the Hydras as well. Reaver shots on the follow-up. Dark Archons dying for it. Hydras come out of the Dark Storm. Or out of the Maelstrom, rather. And they are alive, which is awesome. They're still... Okay, all of the Lurkers are dead from that main base. 175 to 161 supply. herO has enough money to do this, actually. Bam, bam. High Templar down, High Templar down, High Templar down. And one of the Queens dies, but only because it didn't get pulled back fast enough. It very easily could have lived, but herO couldn't quite get it out there in time. He moved it back, but moving it further back, it's a little extra time, right? And sometimes you don't have the time. Snow's holding, man. He is holding right now. This gas is nice. He doesn't have enough gas that he doesn't have to worry about it. I don't know why he's got all this defending down here. He's just defending a single depleted gas geyser, but all right. Reaver down. Feed, there you go. Feedback to Queen. Didn't kill this one. Feedback, that one killed it. We're back into Guardians. Holy crap, there are so many Guardians. Dude, this is epic DEFCON 1-ing of the year. We got a scout to defend against these Guardians. That's how crazy this is. We never get scouts in Pro 1v1 games like this. Size Storms are coming in as much as they can. Guardians are dying at an alarming rate if you're a Guardian fan, but there are so many of them, it almost doesn't matter. Dude, this scout has 3 kills already. He's killed 3 Guardians. Hydras come in and try to snipe him out. He's got upgrades, but he's not going to maneuver back at all. This is a desperate hold for Snow. The Guardians splitting. How many did he make? He's got 6 left. He must have made like 15 or 20 of them. And they're, you know, 2 kills, 2 kills. Did they ever pay for themselves? No. But I guess Zerg units rarely do. It's kind of a design philosophy for Zerg, as they don't have units that pay for themselves very much. Reaver trying to get sniped. Wasn't plagued. He's more plagues in here is what he needs. He's making more defilers. This turtle up plague situation is kind of a big deal. 1 kill on this Dark Archon for feedbacking that Queen and killing it. Awesome, awesome stuff. Yeah, this game's insane. We're getting a +1 flyer attack at 36 minutes, folks. That's what kind of game this is. He needs to plague before he engages at all. Snow is starving Marvin. He's still got this base and this base, so he's not that starving. Center still mining as well. Trying to mine from this right side base. Maelstrom and a Storm, but not in the same place. Yeah, that's just, nope, that's not happening. Oh. Did I completely neglect to mention there are minerals at this 3 o'clock? Because that's kind of huge for Snow. Hero's mining here, and that's it. If Snow's got this, this, and this, I kind of feel like Snow has this thing. What a game. Reaver shots, doing the Reaver shots. Queen's dying all over the place. Don't really need to. They're fast. They're maneuverable. They don't have to die. Is the thing. Okay, Plague on the Reavers, and then coming in to finish them off is really good. Lurkers die before getting anything done. Reaver shots are so good here. The longer this goes, the more I'm feeling like Snow's going to win this thing. He's got more available income. He's got all of the tier 3 tech known to Protoss. Dude, everything except for carriers today. And I guess no arbiters either. But still, everything you'd want against Zerg. Charging in, burrowing in, trying to kill these Reavers. One goes down, the other one goes down. Snow kind of overwhelming. How much Storm is there is always the question. Another Reaver dies. Cannons dying all over the place. The Storms never stop flowing at all during this attack. Absolutely insane. And once again, he holds. Lurkers try to get in there. They're like, is it safe if we burrow in here? Kinda. Yeah, Archon down, Archon down, Archon dead. Snow falling back further and further back here. But he's done this before and stabilized. Just all the Storms ever known to mankind. It doesn't matter what the Zerg player brings at you. Storm it. It really doesn't matter what they're doing, what their strategy is. Psystorm is the answer to the question. herO building more Hydras, more Lings. He feels like he's got Snow on the ropes here. Can he snipe this Reaver is the question. And yes, he does. No, he doesn't. It's got 25 hit points. Archons are also very good after your High Templar die. Protoss is so good. Late game, man. It just... Oh no, my High Templar are out of energy. What do I do? Oh, make some Archons. They'll still be very good here. It's like, oh, great, cool. That's nice. Imagine if you could take Queens with no energy and morph them into something that was also very good. You should probably see more Queen action. Maelstrom. Storming again. Going after the Defiler and does storm the Defiler. He wanted to plague on that Reaver so bad. Dude, Snow, he's got more money than herO does. herO's burned through his bank. This base is dead. This base is dead. 64 minerals left there. Not gonna happen. This is it. This is it. herO's dead. Snow wins. Man, Protoss wins these crazy, crazy late game PvZs so often. I'm not talking about late game PvZ like 21 minutes. I'm talking about 40-minute PvZs. And that's it. herO taps. Snow Snow gets the win through defense, which you can do if you split the map in half against a Zerg player. You force them to come at you, and it really pays off. This base mining, awesome. This base mining, awesome. This base mining, awesome. Just really good cost effectiveness. Reavers, High Templar, Archons, Dark Archons doing it so well here today too. And at the end of the day, just not nearly enough that herO could do. He tried everything, man. He tried spawn broodling. He tried to make so many Guardians. Can't do it. Can't break it. There's just nothing you can do here effectively against someone that has enough money to replace and has all the Psy Storm in the world. So good job, man. Way to go, Snow. Crushing it here today. Oh, and thanks everyone for helping me to get 69,000 subs last week. That was a really good day. We were trying to get that goal for months. We finally got there, and whew. Fantastic showing. So really good showing there from Snow. Not too surprised by that, though. Snow is an awesome guy. Great player. Reaver stuff was awesome, as usual. Didn't open with Reavers, but, you know, got there in the end. It was a desperation play. Made it happen. The main base of Snow got wiped out, and he won anyway. That's what kind of game this was. Yeah, I think herO lost this when he made something like 15 to 20 Guardians and just went with them and just didn't get enough damage. Just can't do it. Can't get enough damage with Guardians, man. They suck. Their attack speed is slow. They are slow. They're just not good units is what they are. 433,000 points at 498,000 points. 398. Got an outproduction here. 4-to-1 kill-death ratio, but at 10-2, that's a 5-to-1. So outproduced 4-to-1, got killed 5-to-1. 5-to-1 kill-death ratio from Snow today. 70-0 buildings raised. Snow did not kill a single building, and he won today. That's insane. And then the outspend here by herO was good, but not quite good enough. And that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered, and one heck of an epic, insane PvZ for your Saturday. Woo, hit that like button, hit that subscribe too. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.